Hello and welcome to another edition of Local Yokel. And I'm continuing my video footage from Sunday, January 28th of 2024. And there's the final of the first game, but it's the second game that it is of most concern to the local area. Man, this sandwich looks great, doesn't it? This is on the side of a truck. I'm in the Eastern Market neighborhood. But a lot of watch parties going on for the NFC Championship game. One of them's here at the Shadow Gallery. And this looks fancy-dancy type stuff. It's a hot place, yeah. I'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, one of the neighborhoods that is really happening lately is Eastern Market. It has for a few years, but certainly with the mural scene, that's a big thing. Look at this place. This place is open. It was tempting, but I kind of wanted to walk around a little bit, get a feel for the area. There's a watch party at Ford Field. I didn't know if I was going to walk all the way down there or not. I just kind of wanted to see what the scene was like here. Here looking in your rear view mirror. Who has not adjusted that every now and then? This is a colorful door here. Gratiot Central Market. So if you're into the butchering type thing and fish and all that, there's Ford Field way down yonder. And the lower bowl, they were $20 seats, and I think they said in a few hours they sold those tickets out. And then they were going on the resale market for $40 or $50 even. So I don't know what, there's a lot of interest. Everybody was on board this one. Yeah, it was fun. The hype train was rolling pretty good. Vivio's established 1967, and they're open. Now, on a typical tailgating day, the place would just be swamped. But look here, it started out great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and you can ring the bell, too, if you get good service, or maybe if you leave a tip or whatnot. But anyways, that you can ring the bell, just so you know. The Hudson's Tower's coming along quite nicely. That's going to be a new addition to the skyline. Looks great now, but when they put all the finishing touches, and they got to do the repairs. This is the building that had the wall collapse kind of thing, so they got new stud work in there. The block is still blocked off, though. Detroit versus everybody. Yeah, they moved their headquarters to a different location. And nuts, seeds, and chocolate, and they have warm winter wishes also. Fishies over there. You can get it all here at Eastern Market, which is a good hubbub of activity, certainly on Saturdays, but Sundays too when the Lions are tailgating. Not as big a crowd as I thought might be out here, but I wanted to check out Bert's Marketplace. They got jazz, blues, and Motown. Plus, they had a dancing thing set up here in the bar. The bar's to the far left, or the southern end. Okay, Detroit's up 21-7. It's all well and good. Yeah, you saw some dancing. These people knew how to dance, too. They weren't messing around. There's a Motown room. They got some old school pictures, too, which I really like. So if you're into the history, that kind of thing, spend some time. We want beer. Look at that. Even back then, they knew what they wanted. And there was a police presence. They were keeping an eye on my evil twin. They were. Even high-lows were buzzing around. Got to watch where you're going. Here it says your barbecue headquarters and ribs, barbecue rib headquarters. And here's a happy cook here. Look at the smile on his face. And then he's cooking a piggy over the open pit there. And look, if I turn this around a little bit, the pig even is enjoying all this. Look at that. Kind of maybe a little Mona Lisa smile, but yeah. I have rented barbecue for like a pig roast type thing. I've rented the apparatus to do all that. And I had a couple pig roasts in my backyard back in the day. They're a lot of fun. Here you can get gifts and techno. They're not open right now. It's kind of like a purple district here. And yeah, nice murals all abound here. So back to Cutters. I'm going to try a different location. They're going to have, it looks like they're going to make more beer or something there. It looks like a distillery was, the apparatus was getting in place. But here I'm learning how to do all this. So unlock, that's what I got to do. So point it, and then from afar, look at that. I can even start it remotely with the phone. Amazing stuff. Still kept, I transferred the old plate from the Ford Focus, so it's still the same gig. DET.com, don't forget the dot, and you can access the website. And I have video links, usually for one or two of the latest videos. Here's a bottle rocket. This is the DeQuinder Cut, which is a good bike path, lane, rollerblading, walking, jogging. Good pedestrian place for people to enjoy themselves. To the right there, where the blue kind of thing, that's Ford Field. That's where it's all going down right now, the big watch party.
Go around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just...
Woodward Avenue, Main Street, Detroit. Avalon Bakery, they're doing quite well. They pay people a livable wage, and they have to be commended for that. All right, so we do have good accurate timing here at the Kearns clock. I like that. I go to time.is to get good accurate time. And I check often, but sometimes I still even make the mistakes. Multiple mistakes with incorrect time, especially when I lose battery power and I got to switch batteries. It resets everything, and it's a pain in the butt to reset. But anyways, I digress. Here's Nemo's. They're partying along Michigan Avenue here. And look at this. The Lions, the Michigan Central Station. That looks great. Yeah, the Lions are playing as I'm showing this right now. And look at, yeah, it's nice that they can change the colors here, too. I don't know how much of a variance they have or how many number of tricks they can do, but that blue tint is certainly sweet. And the Ford Motor Company owns that building. Have to be commended for the job well done there. They're going to have Automation Alley along Michigan Avenue, kind of through Ann Arbor, even though Michigan Avenue kind of goes to the south of the city, but they'll figure a way to get it to U of M and whatnot. But they did good landscaping out front here, and I like this touch. I don't know how they figured this one out, but this is old school here, the swing kind of thing with the rope and all that. So a pretty sturdy tree. So if you got young kids, you can show them how it was done back in the day. Okay, Roosevelt Park officially here, so they got this all spelled out for you. But yeah, Lions. But yeah, I left kind of at halftime and decided I'll see what was happening downtown a little bit. but it wasn't going good in the third quarter, unfortunately. Look at this place. For sale or ground lease. I'm sure the price has gone up. If you get up on the roof, you get a great view of the St. Patrick's Day parade, which comes along Michigan Avenue here. Look, they have bacon. What else do you need to know? Well, they have milkshakes, cocktails, burgers, hot dogs. But yeah, they got bacon, so you're good. Here, the cow or the steer in front was missing one of the horns there, but they replaced it. But I think at Double you can flip the top and do a barbecue too. But yeah, bacon. Ice cold beer. I like the door handle here. This is kind of unique here. Yeah, this neighborhood certainly has gone well. You know, the Tiger Stadium moved on. It actually got renamed Comerica Park. But yeah, this whole Corktown area has been revamped. It's kind of like the young whippersnapper neighborhood kind of thing. But it's look at this, man. End of third quarter. Holy crap, Batman. I left and it was 24-7 at halftime. What the hell? 17 unanswered points. You've got to be kidding me. Do I have to watch the TV every single play or otherwise things go haywire? What the hell? They got noodles here. And then the Nordine brothers do a lot of sculptures, and they incorporate glass with metal. Kind of unique, but they have sculptures all over town. In fact, they did the menorah that was recently used for the Hanukkah celebration in downtown Detroit in December. But yeah, this is the CPA building. It's a triangular shaped building with two truncated corners, so it's kind of like an irregular pentagon kind of thing. But they got nice benches here. And yeah, well, we'll wish the Lions well. But, I mean, sports is all well and good, and it's a distraction, and everything's fine. But, yeah, there's a winner and loser with sports. So, but with urban planning, everybody can win if we do good urban planning. And the thing, too, is we can have more music. Yes, indeedy. Detroit is a good music city, and like with music, there's really like no winners and losers with that. Everybody enjoys good music and enjoys the vibe and the scene of people having fun listening to music and cutting loose, because usually with a little music, then sooner or later you'll have a little dancing or something too, you know, little eating, all the fun stuff. All right, Harrison and Spruce. I'm going to come up on Nancy Whiskey's here on the left. This is one of these older watering holes. It's Irish, too. Look nearby, they got a thing for sale. This is considered North Corktown, and this area is going to explode because the secret's kind of out with Detroit. A lot of times people were concerned everybody was just worried about the downtown area. But oh no, au contraire, people are expanding into other neighborhoods, and the gold rush has begun. You can take this curlicue thing, not with a vehicle though, but you could walk or take your bike. This is the old Tiger Stadium pedestrian overpass. Shenyang, February 23rd to the 27th at the Opera House. If you're into that kind of thing, but they must be popular because they've been advertising for years now. It's kind of like an annual event. This is some kind of historic ruins that they put up. There's some kind of monument. But here, if you got like tunnel vision, but it's really like bridge vision or bridge tunnel, but a combo package. But this goes over I-75. And did I mention the Lions were playing? Yeah, they big game. Big game. Girls can and will. Yes, women power. We're going to see more of that. This is the millennium for women. to spread their wings and do all their stuff. This whole millennium, not just the century, the whole millennium. We'll give them the whole millennium because it's been a patriarchal thing. Since Barbie came out, we're going to let women take control for a while. I'm okay with that. There'll be less barbarism and warmongering and all that kind of stuff. Women don't kind of like that stuff. They're more into the family kind of thing. So I think we should let the women kind of be our peace negotiators and stuff. Otherwise, like the war in Gaza is just going to continue on and on and on. We need a two-state solution, so we'll get the women to work something out. And then the war in Ukraine, I'm not sure what Putin's endgame is. I mean, the guy's older than me. What does he feel he's got to get the whole Soviet Union back like it was back in the day, and then he can kick the bucket and die and say, I did my mission. I did my thing. The world will remember me as the one that defeated Ukraine. Oh, to hell with you. Golly. Just let that go. You would think by now, in this day and age, we would know that. I think Marvin Gaye said it years ago. War is not the answer. Right? Wasn't that Marvin? All right. Well, I'm circling around here, but the idea is to make it back to Nancy Whiskey's, and they have free entertainment there. But look, urban planning around here is good too, and homes have been popping up like mushrooms. There's a lot of vacant lots. But yeah, they Friday and Saturday, free entertainment, no cover charge. And yeah, 34-31. You've got to be kidding me. I had my fingers crossed and all that. Oh, crap. All right. Nothing to do but the drive home, I guess. But all right, did I mention the Dirty Show is coming up? That's kind of fun because I think Detroit's a little too prudish sometimes. They're too full of religion and you can't cut loose and have some fun. So, yeah, I think it'd be fun to do that. Oh, yeah, then after the Lions lost, I went to bed, slept in, got up and said, wow, this, lived to see another day. Amazing. So I got to repaint the kitchen, but that'll be a while yet. But it's time to drink from the cup. This is more like the north-south area, but the street formation in Detroit kind of makes the cup kind of thing. But here, diversity. This is a puzzle I can handle. There's 9 pieces, so 8 for the border and 1 middle piece. This is about my speed. So language here, geographic, you can go along. You can be diverse in any number of these 9 areas. And the one, sexual and gender, that's the one everybody gets their panties in a bunch and stuff. But diversity takes place in any number of things. So to be continued, I'll harp on that quite a bit more. But yeah, fragile. Yeah. Okay. I am going to stop this tape. And because that's the last I had from all that, I would have had a nice victory celebration and like, we're going to the Super Bowl. But damn it, it was not to be. So yes, we are all disappointed, but that's where music comes in. Just play some music. All right. Now I have 40 minutes left over. So here we go. We're going to go underground. Take the subway. I'm going through this video footage. This is from a vacation I took with my good friend Jeff. We went to Central Europe, and I'm in the city of Budapest right now. So Jeff had something else to do. He wasn't interested in They're known in Budapest for their mineral spirits or their mineral baths kind of thing. Here's your subway pass. You got to get it validated too and all that, but that's your ticket kind of thing. So that's how they do. So you got to go way under here This is something that Detroit can't relate to. We had chances in the past, but we kind of nixed them at all costs because we're the motor capital of the world, and certainly the auto companies had a say as to whether we would have mass transit in Detroit, and they kind of didn't like that idea. But there was a lot of issues, certainly, with it. But anyways, unfortunate, yes, but we'll make Detroit kind of a unique city. We'll maybe be into the bicycles. We'll be like Amsterdam or something. Like more of the bikes. But anyways, I'm taking, and I don't understand any of these stops, but it's a nice, clean subway. And this is kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Jeff was doing something else in the city. I said I wanted to check out this. I brought my bathing suit or swim trunks and a towel, and I was like all set to check out these mineral baths, but then just walk around the city. You know, it's all virgin territory, never been before. Everything's going to be fresh and new and everything. So I got off the subway, it surfaced, and there's all these nice office buildings with some corporate names and whatnot. And then here's a local watering hole. That's a local beer. But yeah, it's kind of like in the lower level kind of thing. So they do things a little bit differently. Dancing with the Stars, well, they got that over here, but almost looks Halloween type looking. Anyways, going to go to a city park, one of the most well-known of these mineral baths is located in this city park. So I didn't know what all to expect. So I'm just walking, getting some exercise in. Here is like a school, I'm just guessing, with the murals up there. So a multi-level elementary school. So we got buses and all that, electrified buses. Like some of the balconies, that probably cost extra to have all that, but and they have Shell, and don't be freaked out. I forget 604. I think it's foreigns they have. Here's an old school car. I like the color there, and they got a balloon that will go up and down and all around. Well, not really. It's on a tether, but it kind of goes up and down and gives you a view. So I made it to the park, but no fishing here at the pond. I'm just guessing that's what the sign means. And they have the zoo, which is cool. And that looks like a polar bear, I think, up there. But yeah, this was around Halloween time, just before Halloween. This was mid-October of the year 2023. They had a stage up there, so some music. They have a baby ticket, 300 forints. I think it was around 550 forints to $1 or something. Don't hold me to it. Yeah, you got to take everything I say with a grain of salt anyways. But yeah, don't. Alzheimer's is already setting in. It's like, really, I can't remember how many forints. I mean, because I was just there. But nowadays you do things with your debit card and all that, and you pay that way. You don't even feel the pain until you get home and you see the credit card kind of thing. But here's the thermal bath is the official name. So, but look at this park. It's kind of like the Central Park of Budapest. Oh, and they have artwork. You got to be aware of that. Sometimes the women don't have clothes all the time. So for those of you prudish out there, you've been warned. But yeah, this is the line in front. This is the back side of the building. And they had a line. I had good intentions. This was the thing to do. It was like a must-see kind of thing. to do all this, and it was like I was ready to do it, but I think you had to get there early and often, or at least early, because otherwise the line forms, and it was a Saturday, so yeah, even though it wasn't high season for tours, I can only imagine what it's like when it's high season for that. They have a circus right across the street, though. This was kind of neat. They had all number of things. But yeah, here's a look at the line again. I seriously thought about it, but standing in line is against my religion. And paying for parking is another one of those things, too. But yeah, I didn't know how long this was going to take. And it was such a nice day. I said, hey, I can have fun just walking around. It was already after 4 in the afternoon, so it's like, crap. So I said, at least I took some pictures from the outside so you get an idea of what the building looks like. So if you ever head out that way, at least you know what to look for or what the lay of the land was like. I'll walk around the place, too. This is the side. I was thinking, man, those doors weren't locked. I probably would have walked through that way and checked it out. But, yeah, my evil twin was just looking around, poking around a little bit. But, oh, yeah, got to be careful with the artwork. In Europe, you definitely have to be careful. If Ron DeSantis was over here, he'd be putting clothes on all these women. My Lord. Look at the street lamp. That's kind of neat looking. And then, yeah, it's like Yellowstone. I don't know if the geyser's going to blow out here, but yeah, something with the hot springs underneath, so that was a relief valve or whatnot. But this is like the front side of this historic building, and that looks like a big swan type thing, I'm guessing. There's the official name, if you know Hungarian. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but Svengali or something like that. Dear guest. So they have things in English, so you don't have to worry too much about all that. It looks like there's 3 baths. That's the entrance on the back side, but 2 like horseshoe type, and then the main one in the middle. They have a beer spa, a day palm, and a private spa. 3 of them. So you're right where the red dot is right now. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do an end around and get it. All I wanted to do was get a picture, like an overview, just to see the people down there relaxing and stuff. Maybe see a lady in a nice bikini or something. But it was not to be. Instead, you get babies with no clothes, right? Oh, but this was a nice entrance, atrium, so the nice tile or marble, whatever, floor. And then there's the baby that's got a runny nose a little bit. But, yeah, this fountain I don't think was working entirely. They were having plumbing issues. Or maybe the baby just was sick. That was a really runny nose, though. Here is one of those fancy things because you get one of the robes kind of thing. This is the Bajaro. And so some people were asking, here, the beer spa, so you can kind of picture what that was like. You could be in the water and have a nice cold beer next to you. That seems to work. And then body treatment here, so relaxation. Yeah, I only had, for the local yokel, I only had 20 minutes. So this is 40 minutes of old video from the thing, and I'm just doing a voiceover. And this is actually a take 2 because this video was banned on YouTube because I showed some soccer action. They call it football, but it's actually soccer, and they thought I was intruding on their sacred soccer thing. So I'm redoing this, and I'm just going to cut out the soccer part, and we'll just make sure the rest of this goes through. This is the first time I ever had a video get knocked out of the airwaves entirely because of something. They wouldn't even show a minute of it. There's been times where if you have certain music and you're playing music songs, they might ban it in some countries. Anyways, I did see a little inside this place. You can see beautiful architecture. I'm to the front door. Nice doors here. And the beautiful red candy striped balloon. But yeah, I saw it from the outside looking in, and I was on the inside, but I couldn't see more inside. It's like, yeah, I would have loved to have seen the actual baths and whatnot, but it was not to be. So I guess if I ever make it back this way, but there's so many places in the world to visit, chances are I had my chance and I blew it. Oh, well. We all have regrets here and there, right? Missed opportunities and so forth. But because I'm not in the mineral bath thing, I'm out walking around. And this is a good, it's a dog-friendly place, apparently bird-friendly too. This guy might be Historic Conrad. Kind of like a comrade type thing, but yeah. Just going to walk around. But yeah, it was a neat park. And I wanted to effing hung? What the hell? Do they know how that translates? Yeah, maybe they're not quite aware. Now, ready for liftoff here. Here's the balloon. And it's on tethers. You can see in the middle there's a rope. So this thing's not going to get away from you. It's an aerofoil is what they officially call it. I don't know if we could do something like this, in Detroit. Maybe on Belle Isle. It might be too windy down by the river. And there's always a good breeze. So maybe one of these things might be a little too difficult. You don't want the balloon to get away from you. But yeah, you can see the cylindrical thing. So you have a walkway on the outside. And God, I looked at the prices and I thought it was around $30. Ah, crap. I'm going to show the thing, and I didn't do my homework. But yeah, there it goes. So I would imagine you get a nice view from up there, and it's called Balloon Fly, Above and Beyond Budapest. So this is where you get your ticket. There was a line for that, too. So that was popular. All right. 8,500 forints. So go online, and you can do it with your phone now. Translate U.S. dollars to forints. I apologize. I should have done that already, but anyways, yeah, here once you buy a ticket, there was another line to get on. It's probably a time thing. Here, I just like the symbol there. It just doesn't look right, actually. It actually shows your arm, which I'm hoping that's the way most people take it. You're putting your hand in there, but but I digress. Sorry. But it was mid-October, so yeah, it was like fall season. And it was like waiting for the colors to change. So there was a few yellows in here. And yeah, dog-friendly, kid-friendly, all that number of thing. But yeah, people were relaxing and chilling. I'm pretty sure this was a Saturday. At the latest, it was a Sunday. But yeah, if I show the date. There were some buskers. So here's a singer doing her thing, and I always like that when people, that's a special talent to be able to sing and to be energetic and daring. Here's a 500 for it.
So do I know I've been blue, afraid each night, even day, to find someone positive like you, like
I don't know what she was singing, but good for her. Hyundai. Now, there was some kind of thing here, and then it was a little thing. It was like a Count Dracula thing. Jeff knew what this figurine guy was, but yeah, kind of looks like Count Dracula, but it was just there reading a book on a porch type thing, or just a wall. There's a story behind that, quote unquote. Hey, there she is again. And George Washington is Hungarian. Who knew? Our first president. And then, I have a confession to make too. I was supposed to be Hungarian on my dad's side, and then French Canadian on my mom's side. And it turns out my grandfather was in the army in Budapest and stationed, but apparently, the borders changed a lot, but apparently it's Slovakia that my grandmother came from, and it was like an arranged marriage or something. Anyways, my roots on my dad's side, grandmother and grandfather or whatever, supposed to be somewhere in Slovakia, although it's not far from Budapest. As the crow flies, it's probably under 100 miles. But I can show you on a map. But if I told someone I was Hungarian, I think I might have been off base. It's Slovakian. Here are a couple young ladies in a beautiful staircase. So they were taking pictures and all that. You know how the youngins do it now, and I guess it's Instagram. You do all that. But this was like a concert venue type place. They had a mini piano there. So they're cultured here, but yeah, beautiful building it was. So again, this was just walking around, seeing all this stuff. It's like, this is interesting. So that's what you do. I was just exploring. Well, it was for kids to play and stuff, but then I'm a little kid at heart or whatnot, so I think if you stepped on those things, you'd change the music a little bit. There was all a number of different species of dogs, so even with dogs, there's a lot of diversity too. There's a lion up there, and lions are all the rage these days. The lion is like the king of the jungle. Yeah, and Detroit roared a little bit this year. Could have gone a little bit better. I mean, a Super Bowl appearance would have been off the hook. It would have been just crazy. But wait till next year. Isn't that what they say? Yeah. Here you can get lost in these post kind of things. This is like an art formation here. You can only go so far. Then they get closer together, and you don't want to get squeezed or stuck in between. So I decided I wasn't going to push my luck. This is about as far as I went. And I decided to turn back. But yeah, art is everywhere. And then this was kind of like a half pipe thing. I didn't know exactly. It's beautiful grounds, and they got flowers. Here's that lion thing again. But you can go up these stairs. And Hungary has the tricolor, the red, white, and green in their horizontal stripes. But yeah, this was just checking out the city of Budapest, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a lot of fun to go exploring. And the first time is always the best, you know. Never see it. You don't know what's around the next corner. And I was just walking around, and you went from one thing to the next, and it was like, wow. Everything kind of was like laid out. It turned out to be a nice walking tour. Here's like the half pipe. It's almost like a toboggan hill. Then it meets, ground level in the middle, and then it goes back up again. And they're building. There were cranes all over the place. Budapest is a growing city. Should have gotten the actual population, but I think in a lot of ways, Budapest is like Detroit. There are some, connections or similarities. There's some people up on the rooftop down yonder. I'd love to get a view from one of these cranes. And it's around sunset here, and I thought if I went down this half pipe and went to the other side, I'd catch the sunset. Here you got to be careful with the slide, though. And then the balloon, and I was a little concerned like that it might get poked. I don't know how sharp that thing is, but it looks okay. Just keep it away from that. Oh, they'll learn. All right, there's that artwork thing that I saw earlier. But yeah, I made it to the other side and not quick enough, though. The sun is below the horizon. Damn, probably 5 or 10 minutes would have done it. I would have been, oh, damn. Well, you can't catch everything. Hopefully you live to see another day and then another sunset somewhere. But yeah, I was looking and the half pipe kind of thing. Well, it turns out it's a museum underneath the whole thing. So it's like, are you kidding me? This was good design. Good urban planning. Well, good architecture is always good design. But yeah, museum. And it's Museum of Ethno something, but the different ethnic groups. So there's certainly diversity in ethnic groups. People always, they belong to their own tribe and they think their tribe is the best. They, of course, want to war on the other tribe and beat the other tribe into submission. I get it. We kind of have that in sports. Our sports team can kick your ass kind of thing. I get all that. But yeah, when it comes to killing people, that's when I stop getting it all. Look at the nice decorative, minus the bird, but look at the decorative. That's a single. We just saw earlier the double. Then they have a nice fountain here too. And I love the sound of water too. That's kind of soothing. Yeah, the water goes up, down, and all around. It did any number of different things. I was spellbound. I could have stayed here for the rest of the evening. Oh, but there was so much to see and do. So I had to keep walking. There's military time there, and we're in sync. I like that. That is just great. So you can do your jog, and they have things in English here. So amazing. They have a jungle gym for the older people. Oh, maybe it's one of like the Venice Beach type thing, power action. But a lot of things for the kids, certainly kid-friendly. They had all number of playgrounds, even like a zip line thing. So, yeah, there were tons of families out here, and it was such a pleasant afternoon. I know I could be relaxing by the mineral baths and everything, but sometimes I like just doing a big walking thing and just keep walking and just see what you see. And I didn't have to be anywhere at any particular time. Otherwise, I told Jeff we'd have dinner later at night. Said 8 o'clock, so we had that. And I don't even like to make plans like that because you just never know what might what might happen. You might go from here to there, and plans will change. You got to keep your options open. Here, the ping pong thing. The big thing is pickleball. They'll probably be in the Olympics in no time. Look, the Blues Brothers. Yeah, well, here's a watering hole. This was like in a lower level type thing. So they had a basketball game going on at this time, but then, yeah, you take the stairs to surface level, and, yeah, there was like crowds, and people were drinking outside and carrying on and hooting and hollering, and I'm going, what gives? So I asked around a little bit, and lo and behold, they said there's a soccer match, or they call it football match, going down over here. So they had the military and the police presence, and oh my gosh, yeah, the riot squad equipment. Yeah, it's a football game. They take their football games very seriously here. So yeah, the police were all decked out in their riot gear, and they were blocking off streets, and they were selling. They were playing. Hungary was playing Serbia. So that's a country not too far away. I think that was part of Yugoslavia one time. There's Bosnia, Herzegovina. I don't know. I'd have to look again. But, yeah, it looks like the riot has already started here. But, yeah, they're just getting warmed up. It's before the big game here. So there's the stadium. And they got the color scheme thing going. And, yeah, I don't know if the doors have opened. I think the game started around 7 or 8. Well, maybe I'll show the clock again. But, yeah, I was concerned down here. There was there's something going down. Let's take a look. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe this video got banned because people enjoy their football too much. But, yeah, I was curious. I had to check this out. Oh, yeah. I had no idea kind of what was going on. I figured they were getting warmed up for the game for sure. But, yeah, can you imagine if we did this like for the Lions game to get warmed up? Yeah. Get fired up. Is almost like a ritual, I guess, that they go through. But yeah, I was trying to get closer, but the police were stopping me and all that. It was like a one-way street, and so you just had to follow along. But yeah, people were capturing it on their cell phones, so this is all patriotic, and yeah, get the team fired up. Beat Serbia, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, the police were keeping you from getting too close. My evil twin wanted to get right in there, but this is as close as I can get. about you, but I'm fired up. It's like game on. Let's do the kickoff thing. Man, we should do a do-over of the Lions San Fran game. Holy crap, Batman. We had a good first half. There's a lot of smoke, too. They like the smoke thing. Detroit City football does this up at Hamtramck like this a lot. The smoke bombs are a big part of the whole experience. That's an important job that the drummer boy has there. I would think you could put that on your resume, because look, you're leading a whole crowd here. They're out for blood. I don't think Serbia has a chance in this game. Yeah, they have their demonstration thing, and now it's like a march, to the entrance gates, and then I would imagine inside the stadium it just must just be like crazy. Much like it probably was for Lion football games. They said the decibel level got quite high. I don't know what they're saying in Hungarian, but it's probably something to the effect of "Kill Serbia, all Serbians must die," or something to that effect. But no, I say that in jest. But man, when we go through the whole war issue, like what's happening in the bigger context of what's really important in the world, this war in Gaza is just crazy. What's the end game there? And then in Ukraine, it's no better either. In this day and age, you got to figure, who our leaders are, really? Can anybody do anything to stop some of these idiots? Oh, Lord, of course. And then here in the U.S., we're part to blame for a lot of this kind of shenanigans. Exhibit A would be Donald. Yeah, as far as Budapest and Detroit, the similarities, hey, we like to party, we like our football, we like fireworks. And we don't like anything from Ohio, right? The Buckeyes. I don't know, we could say Toledo's okay. And then a lot of people might say, well, Cedar Point, too. So we'll exclude those two things. But, yeah. Well, here we got music on a softer note here. was patiently waiting for him to finish so I could really show him how well I play. This is the train station, and it's always good to buy tickets in advance. The sooner the better. And so wanted to check things out. The next day, Jeff and I were gonna head over to Vienna. And they spell Vienna differently over here. It's with a W, W-I-E-N. So that's how they do. But yeah, we had a 3-city tour. Budapest, Vienna, and Prague. And then Amsterdam also, just for a short visit, for a layover. This guy's still playing on the piano. Oh, I'll have to do it another time, I guess. Here's some more music, though. Singing in English. Don't need subtitles. That's really cool. So anyways, here's the outside of the train station. And getting near the top of the hour. Hey, they have Aldi's here. I think the first store ever was in Dearborn Heights, Van Born and Telegraph. Just saying, not totally positive. Oh, I like Budapest. And this was a great vacation. Budapest, Vienna, and Prague. And these cities, we took the train in between them. It reminds me a lot. I'm going to push on this more, or the suggestion. Reminds me of like Chicago, Detroit, Toronto. 3 Great Lakes cities that are kind of interconnected. And we could promote tourism. Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, a Midwest tour. Kind of just like here in Central Europe. These 3 cities are 3 great cities, 3 world-class cities. Here's a music festival. Getting near the top of the hour. Hopefully this show does not get banned from YouTube, but I didn't show any actual soccer action, so hopefully I'm good there. I showed the pregame soccer. That was just to get you warmed up, but I did not show you any actual video from a soccer game. So keep your I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Folks, though, thanks for watching. And yeah, this is a world-class city here, Budapest, to be sure, but when I mention Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, I think those 3 cities could host a future Olympic Games. They said they can have multi-countries now involved in multi-cities. So we could do a Great Lakes Olympics. Maybe get Cleveland involved, Milwaukee, and Detroit, Windsor will be like the hub. Maybe we'll have the closing ceremonies in Detroit. But folks, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be, and good night.